Welcome to Backwoods University. Today's class is going to be on shooting a bow and arrow. For those of you that stopped by the university today just to see the chickadees at the feeder, I don't know where they are, but they're not here this morning. Maybe they see the feathers on my arrows and they're a little concerned, so they're staying away this morning. But I thought today it'd be a lot of fun to go out and actually shoot the bow. I thought we'd take a little walk on my little 3D course here and kind of shoot the bow, get familiar with how to shoot a bow, maybe a couple of tips. And as far as targets go, you don't necessarily need something like a 3D target to shoot a bow. A bale of hay will work. You could actually go stump shooting without a target and use a point that they call a judo point. And maybe we'll do a little of that on our walk through the course today. Thought maybe we could use some of the tips that Mark showed us in the tracking video. There's a little fresh snow today, so maybe we can find some animal tracks and we'll take a walk on the course. And come on, grab your bow, let's go. The bow that I'm shooting today was made by our friend John. John's a member of the same archery club I belong to, and John started making bows, self bows that is. He was one of the first people in the area to learn how to make self bows. He makes a beautiful, beautiful bow. And this particular bow he donated to a banquet at the archery club, and I was fortunate enough to win it. Now it's a lighter bow, and I thought it'd be a good choice to start out today with. Is a lighter bow. It's probably about, at my draw length, it's probably about maybe 35 pounds, but it shoots a nice arrow. So we're going to take that along. And now I'm going to be using what they call a finger tab today, and that's just to kind of give you a little smoother of a release. And I'm also going to be wearing what they call an arm guard. Just kind of protects your arm there, and when you're wearing a lot of heavy clothes, kind of keeps the clothes from interfering with the bow. We learned about the parts of a bow and arrow in the last class, and when you are putting your arrow on the string, you're going to, in this case, put it below the nocking point. You're going to put the nock on the string below the nocking point. This is a 3-fletch arrow, and 2 of the feathers are they're going to lay kind of flat against the bow, and the other one is going to extend out. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully it's self-explanatory. And when you grip the bow, I use a 1 finger over, 2 fingers under, and you're going to have the arrow resting on the rest on the bow, if it has one. If it doesn't, you're going to be shooting off your hand. Now, with this type of bow and arrow setup, there is no sight. We're going to be shooting instinctively today, or at least trying to learn to shoot instinctively. Now, you may ask yourself, how in the world can you hit anything without a sight? Well, you can. And what do you mean by instinctive? By instinctive, I mean, what's the best way I could explain it? An athlete throwing a football, a baseball, a hockey player hitting a puck with a stick. He doesn't have sights on their equipment, yet he manages to very accurately place that ball or that puck where he wants it to go. And how does he do that? It becomes instinctive. It's just practice over and over again. And eventually your mind and your body learns that if you hold the bow in a certain direction, if you look at a certain spot on your target, your arrow will hit that spot. That's the best way I can explain instinctive shooting. Now there is another form of using the point of your arrow, and when you're drawing it back, it's called gap shooting. You're looking at the spot on the target, and then you're I guess you call it peripheral vision. You see the tip of the arrow, and the space between the two becomes the gap, and depending on the distance, you either increase the gap or lower the gap. But that's for another class. I'm not very good at gap shooting. I am okay at instinctive shooting. So let's see what we can do. We're gonna keep all the targets close, and let's just go out and have some. Now, when you're shooting a bow, it's very important to be consistent, to consistently come to the same draw point, anchor point, to hold the bow consistently the same time after time after time. Now, that's it's easier said than done, but that is the goal, is to consistently hold the bow, a consistent, smooth release of the arrow, and if you do this over and over again, what you'll find is your group, where the arrows are hitting, tends to be tighter and tighter and tighter. When you start doing different things on each shot, of course the arrows fly differently, and you'll drive yourself crazy. So we're going to try to do the same thing each time we shoot the bow. Like I said, that's easier said than done. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to knock that arrow like I showed you. Grab the string. Like I said, I'm doing one finger over, two fingers under. I cant the bow a little bit, which means I have it on a little bit of an angle. You're going to come back to draw, and you're going to release. Now, hopefully, if you did everything correctly, that arrow hits the target. And if you didn't, you try again. That's all. My arrow on this one is a little high. I was focusing on that darker block in the center there. That's where I was focusing. I tried to pick a spot in there, but I ended up shooting a little high, and on the next time on that shot, I should have held it at that distance. I should have held my bow hand just a little lower, just slightly lower. The next target we have here is a standing bear, and I always have trouble with a standing bear. I don't know what it is about that target, but I have trouble with it. And to make matters worse, we got a few branches in the way on this shot. But let's see how we do. Again, you're going to want to be consistent in the way you draw the bow back and your release. I'm going to focus on a spot, and I'm not going to even come close to that spot. I don't know what exactly I did. I think I moved my arm. I didn't keep my arm holding the bow straight, but I'm going to try another arrow. Okay, here we go. I'm focusing on the spot and a little closer, but still not where I wanted it. Looks like we got some sort of canine out here on the course. If Mark was here, he could identify it exactly, but I'm thinking maybe a coyote was here last night. Boy, I wish Mark was here today, Mark or Dino. They could help us out with these tracks, but here's another set of tracks. And, well, it's got a bit of a zigzag pattern to it. I'm thinking possibly a fisher came through here. Okay, we got a pair of turkeys here. A strutting turkey and a walking turkey. I'm going to take the bigger target because so far I'm not shooting too good. So I'm going to take the bigger target, the strutting turkey, and you can pick whatever one you want, but that's the one I'm shooting for. So like I said, I got the arrow knocked on there, and I'm going to try to come back to the same point, anchor point. Whoa! Not even close! Boy, I guess I need to be practicing more. I'm gonna try that one again. So, boy. Now let's try it again here. Pick a spot. Draw back to the same point. Oh, that was better. Much better. Much better. Oh, target's a little froze this morning. Look here behind the turkey target. There's some more tracks in the snow here. And I'm going to say a red squirrel. I'm going to shoot for that white spot of snow in the center of the chest there. So again, consistent, not too bad, but again, not exactly where I wanted it to go. The birds, I don't know if you can see this, but they've hollowed out underneath the nose of the deer here. They've hollowed out and made a nest in there. I guess it's a real nice warm spot on a cold morning. I found this on several 3D targets, not just here, but at other places also. So I guess these targets are liked by the birds also. More tracks. These I can easily identify as a deer. And the deer was traveling in that direction. Let's see if we can do a little better on this one. Not bad on that one. A little better on that one. We've got some mouse tracks here, running back and forth to the 3D. And then we have what appears to be possibly a fox. So the fox is in here because the mice are in here. The tip on our arrows is what they call a field tip, and that's an acceptable arrow point for things like these 3D targets or shooting at a bale or whatever. This one here is what they call a judo point, and this would not be the point that you would want to shoot at a bale or at a 3D foam target, but it is designed to shoot at what we call stump shooting, where you're out and you pick a spot, whether it's a leaf or a branch or whatever. And what happens with this is that if you shoot at that, of course, there's not much to stop that arrow, and these little wires here catch and prevent the arrow from burying itself down in the leaves or the snow or whatever. So this is the type of point you would use for stump shooting. I don't know if you can see it in the picture. Hopefully you can here. There's some squirrel tracks there down in the snow. And that's going to be my target with this judo point, is I'm going to try to hit that squirrel track there. Well, let's see how we do. Just a little high on that, but not bad. Stump shooting can be a lot of fun. You go out with another archer, and each of you maybe take turns picking a spot, picking a target. Can be a lot of fun. It's a good way to focus in on a small spot. You know what they said in the movie The Patriot: aim small, miss small. Well, that applies here. So judo points, stump shooting is an option if you don't have a 3D course to go to, or you don't have a range set up. Just go out and do some. Well, let's try again here. We got a mountain lion target that we're shooting at now, and let's see how we do here. Whoa! Not even close. I hit the tree next to it. I'm not shooting too well today, so. But I wanted to show everybody the fact that I wasn't shooting too well today. You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some bad days out there, and you're not going to shoot as good as you can or you want to. The important thing is to not get discouraged, to keep shooting, keep having fun, keep practicing, and eventually the bad days will get fewer and fewer, and the good days will become more and more. So let's keep practicing together. Let's keep having fun. So until the next time we meet, take care, and thanks for stopping by.